Thank you very much for letting me have a voice here this morning for a few minutes. I will try to be brief. I brought a bottle of microplastic pollution that I collected from our beach, so if I go over, then you can shake it and I'll stop, but I'm going to keep it here because I'll probably go over. Sorry. So one dump truck a minute is emptied into our oceans. That's 8 million tons of trash a year, and that's a moderate estimation. 1 million seabirds and 100,000 marine creatures die a year from ingestion or entanglement in our trash. 90% of all seabirds have eaten plastic. By 2050, that number is going to be 99%. It's also calculated that by 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Based on my experience paddling, it seems like that's already becoming a reality. We produce 30 million metric tons of plastic each year, and this is expected to double over the next 15 years, as we've just invested $65 billion to expand plastic production in the US. This is not sustainable. At the end of last year, while visiting an island off Honduras, I was traumatically forced to look at my role in society. With a gun in my face, I saw what a lack of resources, a lack of a safe and clean environment can make some people do. Violence is often the result of desperation, and people in poverty are disproportionately affected by pollution. This event forced me to take a step back. When I returned home, I reviewed all the areas in my life where I could be better, and it turned out there were a lot of them. I have so much more to learn, but I was hoping that we could do this together. You people are all my heroes. Since I joined the Marina Club 7 years ago, I've been overwhelmingly impressed and inspired by so many paddlers and the people that keep these organizations going. Your endurance, your strength, your compassion on and off the water is unmatched. You cross oceans using your strength and ability to work together. You fight cancer, and you fight for those less fortunate than you. You are teachers, nurses, construction workers, artists, bankers, parents. Nothing is too hard for you, and if it were too easy, you probably wouldn't want to do it. I'm so grateful to be a part of this community, but I want us to do more. I want more for your kids. I want more for our keikis, and I want more for my kids if I get lucky. I want us to be leaders in this fight for our planet. I ask that we make 2020 the start of Zero Waste SCORA. Let's make our events, our practices match our spoken respect for the ocean and the planet. We ask for permission and protection before entering the ocean for a race. We treat our boats as family. We stop paddling to save birds, turtles, and other creatures that are stuck in our garbage. Why are we still using single-use forks, spoons, plastic water bottles at our races? Why don't we compost and recycle at all the races? Why don't we start now? It's easier if we do it all together. Races in Hawaii are starting to be zero waste. The Florida Niche Combo race I just went to was plastic-free, and Oahu just passed a single-use ban. Our Instagram and Facebook feeds are littered with pictures and videos of paddlers all over the world cleaning the ocean. The founder of Five Gyres, Marcus Erickson, says if your bathtub is overflowing, you wouldn't start bailing with a spoon. You would turn off the tap. Let's keep bailing as needed, but let's prevent as many hoolies as we can in the first place by refusing single use and reducing our impact before it makes it into the ocean. So many of our local paddlers are already making transitions to zero waste and zero plastic free. As you saw this morning, individually we are one drop, but together we are an ocean. So we can start small, but starting small together is huge. Let's get rid of single-use water bottles at races, bring our own bottles, use a refill station. Let's talk to food vendors about utensils, cups, and dishware, ask them to ditch the plastic, and even add compostable products. Let's start composting at our races and recycling if we're not already. Let's encourage all of our members to carry our own utensils so that even if vendors don't comply, we don't create the waste. Let's source vendors to make our jerseys out of sustainable materials. Let's lift up local companies that have zero waste business, invite them to races for a discount. Let's get sponsors that want to save the planet. Let's make our current sponsors proud of the association that we are. Because like Patagonia, they are already a leader in the planet-saving business. Let's start having these discussions with all of our members now so we can have a positive impact this year. My goal is that each club does one thing this year to lessen their impact. My hope is that we strive to do more. We will learn from each other and it will get easier as we go. I have spent the last year trying to be zero waste imperfectly. It is hard, but I have some ideas, I have learned some lessons, and I would love to help make this happen. But I know you all have ideas too. There is no perfect. Let's start small, spread the word, keep learning. Let's make 2020 the year paddlers decided to save the planet and thus themselves in the process.
It's just a matter of time.